I was 16 years old and headed to my first hit as a professional. This was a monumental occasion in every wise guy's life.
Hey, Jimmy, listen. Grab me a hoagie after you blow the guy's brains out.
I'm gonna off the guy and then order food. Are you nuts?
Kid, if you're gonna make it in the Gambini family, you gotta learn how to multitask. Multitask.
Oh, yeah? Well, you left the car in gear.
Well, you were distracting me with your stupid lunch order.
I didn't know Cookie then, and I also didn't want to have to wax such a cute witness. So I figured I'd come back later. I was about to order Cheech's hoagie when, holy balls! You should have seen it. Oh, right, you can't. Look at the poise, the dignity, the choice of wound placement. Frankly, it was inspiring. I never forgot that stabby redhead. Ow. Here's your f***ing sandwich.
You're gonna be in a lot of trouble for screwing that up. You didn't fire one single shot. Onions! Did I ask for onions?
There were no other witnesses, so I still got credit for the hit. What was I gonna tell them what really happened? It'd be me in the deep fryer next. You should have seen the egg on Cheech's face when the Don gave me a bonus for killing the guy several different ways. Also known as multitasking.
Ooh, yeah. Looking good.
How many times must I remind you, Cheech? Showing your face online is against witness protection rules. It's also scary for children.
Oh, so I can't make a YouTube, but Teresa gets to have an OnlyFans.
Believe me, Jezebel T doesn't show her face on OnlyFans. She's also making a bloody fortune.
Fine, then I'll do one of them murder podcasts. From the perpetrator's side of the story.
Certainly not. Your witness protection agreement forbids you to podcast about your old crimes.
What about new crimes?
And that's how Only Murders in Vagina was born. Cheech had no idea how to find murder cases to podcast about, so he tried to make his own.
Hard part's over, Timmy. Hard part's over. If you enjoy Only Murders, don't forget to knife and subscribe. It's funny because I stabbed you. Don't think of it as me kidnapping you. Think of it as me locking you in a cabin until my podcast is a hit. Don't you want to be famous, kid? This episode is brought to you by Lumberjack Male Enhancement Suppositories. Stick 'em up there so you can stand out.
Somehow, Cheech had sponsors. Would you stop, Cheech? I'm exhausted. I need a break. I fell asleep on the toilet at lunch.
Relax, McCall. This is for my magnate opus episode. Who blowed up Vagina City Hall? Spoiler alert, it was me.
Is that timer set for minutes or seconds?
Spoiler alert, it's seconds.
With Cheech off the streets, I can finally get some rest.
Yeah. Oh, sweetie, yeah. That's my girl.
How you doing? I don't know about you, but my business took a bath over the pandemic. I can't mug kids for lunch money over a Zoom call. And forget dealing weed to burn out janitors. Trudeau blew that for me. Legalize this, you nepo baby. I had to take to the streets. What was I gonna do? Stay home binge watching Squid Game and perfecting my sourdough? Like Petey? Shoot me in the head. Downside of the plague was that McCool moved in with us. Stupid cop was too chicken to shelter in place alone, like a man.
Jimmy, are you finished in the bathroom? It's time for my morning toilette.
Whoa! Does this look like social distancing to you, McCool? Step back. You trying to kill me?
And mask up, will you? I'm elderly and immuno-conflicted. Also, I don't like looking at your face.
But your mask isn't even covering your mouth, Cheech.
Quit complaining, Dudley Ding Dong. Even horses wearing one.
Can you believe it? I got a room full of loot and Pops lets a freaking detective live with us. Oh, even his farts smelled like maple syrup.
Hey! What the hell's all this stuff in Gina's room? What did I say about keeping incriminating evidence in the house, Gina?
I was sunk. McCool had me on grand larceny and attempted head blowing off. I had to think fast. I'm down here, Pop! McCool's trying to make me sit on his lap!
What?
Pops was so mad, he forgot all about the evidence in my bedroom.
No, I didn't. You cut me in 60-40.
Oh yeah? Maybe you should sleep on the couch tonight.
Why? What for?
Nothing, old man. Forget about it.
We've covered many a tale of James Danger McDougall's past criminal exploits, but I too have had some dalliances with law-bending. I was a wayward young gambling addict determined to forge a bright future in the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The brass felt I had a quality they'd never seen in other recruits. Lord knows what it was. I advanced quickly to squad leader, but couldn't seem to earn the respect of my squad. Great work today, fellas! 3 cheers for Squad 6! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip! I needed a way to connect with my men, to show them that I wasn't the ball-breaking hard-ass my job demanded me to be. Just for one night, I wanted to be a fun squad leader, darn it! Look, lads, it's me! Stealing a hot nuts machine is a lark! Who wants hot nuts? Anyone? Hot, yummy nuts! Oh, all right then. We'll chow nuts back at the barracks. Ra-ta-ta! What had I done? I'd committed theft under $5,000 for what? To impress the chaps at the barracks with my hot nuts? A night of hot nut fun with the chaps wasn't going to earn anyone's respect, especially not my own. I had to do the right thing. If it meant I'd get kicked out of the academy, then so be it. I'd take my licks from those hot nuts.
Huh?
Hey, buddy, wanna taste my nuts? Awfully hot, aren't they? I was promoted out of the ranks and made special agent. And I owe it all to... Well, I was going to say I owe it all to bending the law, but I'll surely take a mouthful of hot nuts. Yes, you can eat my nuts too, horse. You can always eat my nuts.
Back in the old country, my grandpops Giuseppe was the capo of a small but up-and-coming crime family. Problem was, the local carabinieri had ears everywhere. Primo Mazza was famous on account of his crime-busting auditory organ. So whacking the guy was out of the question. It would have pissed off the Pope or something. Plus, for a killer like Grandpops, way too easy. Once he got out of the joint, old Giuseppe did what any self-respecting gangster would do. He snapped into action and sent a telegram. To an associate in the Japanese mob to teach his crew the shadow art of infiltration, which is fancy talk for sneaking real quiet. They took the ninja training like ducks to... whatever it is ducks like. I don't know, bread? But it was all for nothing. No matter how quiet they were, and believe me, they were quiet. 7 fingers worth to be exact. Mazza could still hear him. But then, a funny thing happened. By funny, I mean pathetic. Turned out Primo Mazza was only such a dedicated cop because he was a virgin. He actually hated police work, but there was nothing else he was good at. With them big elephant ears, no broad ever took him seriously. So he asked Don Giuseppe for help. And cried like a little bitch while he did it. Grandpops brought back their friend to give Mazza a quick and dirty ear reduction. Samurai style. It was a bloodbath. Grandpops needed a better solution, so he did what any self-respecting good fellow would do. He corrupted a cop. After that, Mazza lost interest in police work altogether and wound up taking a full-time job as a janitor at a cat house. You know, a tit-for-tit kind of thing. And Grandpops got back to business.
Welcome to Education in Canada, where they have nap time well into grade school. Nap time is what I call my time to commit crime. I wanted the entire post-nap juice box supply. They've been holding out on grape flavor, so they were pretty much asking to be robbed. Clarence was my demo guy. His pops was one of them get-off-my-land types, so he knew how to make bombs out of anything. Like paste, glitter, and a little sprinkle of C4 his dad stole before they booted him out of the military. My crowd control guy, Shane, used a jar of Cheech's old farts to clear the building. How'd I collect them? You don't want to know. More beans, Cheech? Settle a bet. How far do you think this could go up in a guy? Nice to see COVID masks were at least good for something. Pulling a heist without a solid grease man is a one-way ticket to getting pinched. Our grease man was Mary. She could shimmy, wiggle, or squeeze into just about anywhere. I didn't bet on Mr. Grabbeldinger being in there. He got suspended for drinking all the pandemic hand sanitizer. Thanks to the teachers' union, he was back. Listen up, Rummy. The principal stashed a bottle of fancy champagne in the fridge in case we ever ace a standardized test. Back off, and I'll give you the bubbly. You can drown the sorrows of your wasted life in style. I guess it ain't fancy, but you drunks don't care, do ya? Enjoy your sparkling fermented grape product from Saskatchewan vineyards. Yeesh. We weren't gonna fill our pockets and run like stupid amateurs. I wanted the whole enchilada of grape juice. $5 a pop. And no, I don't make change. What am I, a frickin' laundromat? Whoa, whoa! For you, it's $15 a pop. Too pricey. Then get the hell out of here. You brought this on yourself, you grape hoarding cheapskate. Ah, crap. Damn it, Ma, I'm pissed as hell. But I gotta kick it up to my capo.
It all started when the new Cuban ambassador came to Regina. If he looks familiar, it's because he's one of Cheech's many illegitimate Cuban kids.
You know, if that handsome son of a gun recognizes me, McCool will move us back to the Arctic. I can't pee in an igloo again. It freezes before it comes out. Gotta get rid of this guy. Whoop!
How is that potato face handsome?
Back off, Jimbo. You'll thank me when we're not choking down whale blubber for dinner.
Don't do it, Cheech! You're gonna f everything up for us!
When have I ever up anything for you? Nobody loves vagina like I do. And I ain't giving it up to some Cuban dreamboat. Even if he is my flesh and blood. Half my flesh and blood. The other half's definitely Havana hooker. You can tell by his beady little eyes.
He's got your eyes! I didn't want it to come to this, but I better call an adult. Son of a bitch! How does he do that?
Our only chance is to extract Cheech with surgical precision.
Let's jump some janitors and steal their clothes.
What? No, that's...
Too late!
Sorry, sirs, but this here, antiquity is being, repatriated to the United Kingdom of England.
What are you doing, you idiot? You're trying to whack my Cuban bambino.
Like you weren't!
I'm trying to scare him with Regina winters so he goes back to Havana. Quiet, son. Papa's talking.
The irony here is the man's about to be sent back to Cuba. Apparently, all he does is binge drink, abuse drugs, and chase women.
That's what you get being raised with no father. If I ever get my hands on the son of a bitch who abandoned this Adonis, I'll... Ugh, his ears are bleeding. Let's get the out of here.
I had no idea there was a Peruvian mafia. Hell, I didn't know Peruvia even existed until an hour ago.
Peru, and they're a fine country. But their mob clearly found out about you. Must be some sort of extradition treaty with the New York families. I suspect this ride ends with them handing us over to your former mafia mates.
No one says mafia mates, McCool. You sound like a fancy college boy.
I am a fancy college boy.
Police Fundamentals 101 hardly counts as college, smart guy.
They won't stop until we're dead. Perhaps if we disguise ourselves.
How the hell did you do that?
Pure will, Jimmy. I willed myself to grow a beard.
Ow!
Nice try, Jimbo, but I can do it. Watch. Oh, no. I pooped out my liver again. Don't worry. I can get it back in with some olive oil and a long shoehorn.
Gina,
Good
no!
job, kid!
Please.
I saw these gabones grab you, so I followed them, shot out the tire, you're welcome, and then, found them with their heads not connected to their, bodies.
Followed us how?
In your car? Petey's crouching in the footwell to operate the pedals.
Why didn't you let him drive?
The way he drives, you'd be charred corpses by the time we rolled up.
Gina, not to be macabre, but I counted 4 goons, but only 3, severed heads.
I let one of them live, as long as he promised to with Cheech.
Say what now?
For Canada, where we never leave the elderly behind, unless they're cranky and uncooperative.
Wanna get some pancakes?
Oh, yes.
Another field trip to the Pioneer Museum? Just shoot me in the... What the hell are you doing here? Community service or mooching kids' lunches?
I'm volunteering to help our nation's youths get educated. I'm also banging your teacher, hopefully in about 20 minutes.
Banging my teacher was my third guess. Just a quick pit stop, he says. Be back in 5 minutes, he says.
Yeah. There we go, yeah.
I thought you was taking a leak, not getting wasted, you moron.
What, I can't do both? Everybody off the bus. I lost it at blackjack. I also lost the house. Don't tell Jimmy.
Andrew, Mary, grab a long coat, come with me. And you, don't gamble off any of these kids while I'm gone.
I ain't making any promises.
Sure, I could let him face the music, but this guy would sing like a canary and land me in juvie. You gals have no idea. I come from a family of natural-born stoolies. All right, you two. Remember what I taught you. And if you get pinched, we don't know each other. Let the games begin.
Did you win the bus back?
And the house, you deep-fried dip. Plus, my associates cleaned up. While I dominated at the tables, Andrew and Mary went on a little recovery mission. Mainly to recover as much of the house's money as they could carry. Leave it to a Canadian casino to operate on the frickin' honor system.
So, I'm home free?
As long as our next stop is the arcade and not the Pioneer Museum.
You got yourself a deal, as long as I get a cut.
You get the same as Mary and Andrew. $8 and a lollipop.
That's fair.
Hey, ain't you still...
Drunk. You were gonna say drunk. And yes, yes, I am.
How you doing? As much as I hate cops, I sometimes feel bad for all the crap my family puts McCool through. Sometimes. Not every time.
Me? Never. that guy.
One time, Cheech tried to break into a museum to steal the Gibraltar goose. He had such a hard-on for that stupid statue. Ah! I was sick of chasing him around on another one of his demented capers. I mean, it's exhausting. So, I called in the Fed.
Oh, there's a freaking surprise. You're a natural-born rat, Pops.
Instead of just coming along without a fuss, the stupid moron hoofed it.
Stupid moron is an oxymoron, you moron.
Don't you mean redundancy in terms?
Oh, look who's finally read a book.
Ow.
The Fed broke his ass.
In the States, that'd get a cop a promotion. But McCool got charged with assault and suspended without pay. Poor schmuck had to take another job. Coincidentally, Cookie wasn't around the house much at that time.
Ah, that thong is just like a Nathan's foot long in a dress sock.
McCool did so well at exotic dancing that he bought himself a country house, which we get to use. So things kind of worked out for everybody.
Not for McCool. Poor bastard, still on probation. Keep moving, convict.
Okay, long story short. Cheech plowed my SUV through the front of a liquor store, and I had to bribe the owner not to call the cops. You know, typical Sunday night. To make ends meet, me and Cheech got jobs as hotshot garbage men, who smelled like hot Sanitation engineering, the real kind, not the mob kind, was back-breaking work. You gonna help or what? How you doing?
Look at this thing. Who would throw this out? Just a lick of paint, you got yourself an 8-track player. Good as new.
Before long, our house looked like an episode of Hoarders.
I'm gonna sell these high-tech treasures to suckers on the internet. Just like Jeff Bezos.
Make it quick, Amazon Pasture Prime. Your junk is stinking up the joint.
Still, when I wash my junk in the bird bath. Oh, you mean this stuff?
What did you guys rob the Goodwill store like a couple of junkies? Moron, is that a head? Pop, I gotta say, it's good to see you back making moves on the street. What'd the guy do? Try to be a hero?
Good news! I brought moose jerky for every... David Cronenberg's signature body horror. Is that a human head? Apologies, Jimmy, but this is standard procedure when human remains are found on someone's premises. My hands are tied.
So are mine, you hard-on.
False alarm, it's merely a manqué of a head. You know, a dummy.
Dummy, huh? So you knew the guy?
And you just figured we chopped this dumb head off and stuck it in a microwave?
Yeah, we don't do that no more. Cookie gets mad about the mess.
Oh, Jesus! I'm down for the furry little God! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Did you hear me and Jimmy got jobs? We had to pay off a bribe, so...
Huh?
What I meant was...
Jesus!
Oof!
Furry little
Ever heard of Brooklyn tag? Wise guys used to play it in the old neighborhood. It's basically tag with a vengeance. I promised Ma I wouldn't kill Cheech in a house, so we used 22s, low caliber. Lame, like Cheech is gonna be. But what are you gonna do? Hey, ain't you gonna scream?
You're gonna have to get up a lot earlier to fool your old Uncle Cheech. Yeah. It's okay. Luckily, I was born with 3 balls. I'm normal now.
Ugh. And get this. Every time Cheech caught a bullet, Canuck Healthcare patched him up. No charge. It's the one good thing about living in America's ugly hat.
Who?
Cheech was desperate to tag me at least one time. How desperate? He came to my school. What are you doing here? The rule is we only play at home, where it's safe to shoot wildly and often.
Relax. I got a date with your teacher. I'm all healed up. Gotta make sure the old weapon's still loaded, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about my penis.
Do you hear yourself? You're in a room full of 6-year-olds.
Oh, and Gina? Tag.
Like it or not, it was a legitimate tag. The rule book don't specify the type of gun or caliber of the ammo to be used in Brooklyn tag. And yeah, there's a rule book. They give it to you when you get made. There's a whole gift basket, actually. It's nice. I knew I'd get in serious trouble, but like the man said, if they bring a water pistol, you bring a f***ing cannon.
Huh?
Petey made me a robot of me. Shh.
Petey made one for me, too. Tag, bitch.
What are we doing here, Jimbo? Stealing the prize money? Ripping off their meds?
Nah, McCool says we gotta get back to the community on account of all the crap we put him through.
What's this wee I never put McCool through nothing.
I'm running for mayor. Cheech! He's uncomfortable. Hold still.
Cheech, no! G15. Hey, get back here, you gold bricker!
B-I-N, go f yourself, Jimmy. Oh, they look so serene when they die by natural causes. And look at the sweet, sweet drugs they had them on. Sedatives, painkillers, blood thinners, Viagra. What? That's basically what Canada does with old folks anyhow. Do not mix with alcohol, my ass.
I tried to get you out of here, but they want you to stay, because on paper, you're over 100 years old.
I want to stay. This place is a gangster's paradise. It's like Vegas, but ugly looking. Yeah. I get free food, all the ass I can handle, and drugs like you wouldn't believe. And whenever I want to get high, I just scream like a monkey, flop around on the floor, and they shoot me full of Thorazine. Like this. Once I'm docile, could you take me to the John?
They're gonna make you take a mental competency test. If you pass, you can come home.
I don't even have to wipe my own ass around here. They do it for me. I'm living like the Medicis.
How'd the test go?
I did everything I could to fail. I stuck the pen up my nose. I wiped my ass with the exam paper, which I had to do myself. I wrote the dumbest answers I could think of, real moron stuff.
Was this before or after you stuck the pen up your nose?
And I passed. I passed so good, they offered me a membership in Minstrel.
Genius level IQ? What kind of cockamamie test was this?
Long story short, I'm coming home. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm bringing company.
Montreal smoked meat! Did Cheech leave a window open again?
Worse! Al Capone's back! He wants to yank out my intestines and choke me with them. I've seen it done, by me. It was horrible.
Surely 6 months of bi-weekly testicular electrocutions in the mental hospital disabused you of your insane Al Capone obsession.
Nah. All shocking my nuts did was give me a sack so shiny Cookie could see a face in it. But I'm telling you, Capone's back like the plague. And my own pops was the outbreak monkey. It was love at first sight. Mainly because they're both low-down dirty crooks. It was kind of adorable. And I told him so, which was a huge mistake. Al took it to mean I thought he was a bad person, which in fairness, he totally is. He didn't see it that way. Capone wouldn't stop until he slaughtered me and most of my immediate family. Except maybe Gina, she can handle herself. So me and Cheech found the guy who turned Capone into a meatsicle the first time around. The man was over 100 years old.
Hey, me too. High five. Whoa, sorry, paisan. Ah!
So you froze your family?
With everyone safely on ice, Capone's got no way of getting to him. Pretty smart, huh?
Why didn't you simply lure Capone somewhere and freeze him?
'Cause the freezing process is very, molecules and Bunsen burner electrons and stuff. Also, that never occurred to me.
Then there's only one other solution to this problem, Jimmy.
No!
You're safe now, Jimmy. A nurse will soon be along to repeatedly shock your gonads back to sanity.
How the is this for mental health?
Fear not, Canada has your back. Or in this case, your nether regions. For Canada, where mental health matters, as long as you can afford treatment.
You can't kill me, Mr. Capone. You're married to and banging my father. It practically makes me family. Also literally. But you're still gonna zap me in the meatballs, ain't you?
In light of Gina's ongoing discipline problems at school, I think it would be beneficial for her to work off some aggression by playing a sport.
Hockey! I know I got banned, but you can pull some strings, can't ya?
Unleashing Gina in a game with sticks and blades. What could possibly go wrong?
Please, McCool. I learned my lesson last time. Honest, mister. Let me play the great Canadian game.
Don Cherry's ugly jacket. That was a mistake. Perhaps we should try soccer.
Nah, Ma's ass is fat enough without turning her into a soccer mom.
What about basketball? It was invented by a Canadian, albeit one residing in the States.
Oh, wow. That is not at all interesting. Also, I'm too short.
Field hockey? Oh, wait. The stick is basically a large wooden hook. So that's out. Rugby?
Nah, scrums look too much like hugging.
Maybe badminton?
You want to kick to the shuttlecock? Badminton's just going to increase my aggression. I need a contact sport.
Boxing?
With big padded gloves on my hands like a wimp? No. Give me MMA.
Mixed martial arts? Is there even a league for children your age?
Peanuts, beers, also taking bets. Hey, McCool, thanks for coming. Get a load of the midget in the ring.
That's Gina!
Oh, the boss ain't gonna be too thrilled about this. Yo, Jimmy.
McCool, what are you doing here?
What are you two doing here? Catchy name. Are you two running illegal underground MMA fights?
Ha-ha! Look who wants a shot at the title. Welcome to the Grindhouse, McCool.
No, Gina, not my face. My beautiful face.
Now that's entertainment. Don Gambini, may I say you're looking very translucent tonight. For a dead guy, you look great. Go bug Petey or something. He could use the company. Unless he's yanking it.
You know the rule, Cheech. No coming upstairs on date night. And why aren't you wearing earplugs like I told you?
I like hearing your dirty talk, Jimmy. Reminds me of Mama's bedtime stories.
Oh.
Never mind that. The ghost of Don Gambini is coming for me. Give me a piece.
Wait a sec. What are you gonna do with it?
Jimmy, what I do is like jazz. It's fast and loose. I don't know from 1 minute to the next what move I'm gonna make.
That's dementia, not jazz.
Tomato potato. Ah!
What the hell are you shooting at?
Petey, you should really watch where you're going.
Are you out of your mind? Quit shooting at nothing. It's a waste of bullets. Check your fire, Francesco.
I'll kill you, Gambini! You're the reason we had to move to Canada's ballsack!
What the f***'s gotten into you, you sick maniac?
Here's a clue. He made pizza with these mushrooms he got from a pop-up store.
Magic mushrooms? Those are legal here?
Nah, but Canuck cops look the other way. They're too busy chasing rabid moose or some shit. You gonna stop him or what?
Why bust my ass chasing him? He'll get tuckered out and fall asleep somewhere.
Stupid Don Ghost Beanie.
How you doing? There's no city in Canada that loves football as much as Regina, so scratch me one. Even in minus 30 weather, we showed up for the Rough Riders. But then, Tragedy struck me in the face. Right after the game, Cheech and me went to convince Premier Rocher to stop our beloved Rough Riders from moving to Winterpeg. Looked like a lot of people had the same idea. Perhaps it was team spirit, or maybe the 8 beers ahead of the game. But things got out of hand fast. We wanted to do it January 6th, but instead we did a Occupy Wall Street, because it was Sunday, and the joint was empty.
Why are we the only ones in here?
Turns out the other protest was a peaceful one against the 0.2% raise in wheat tariffs. They all ran like scared rabbits when me and Cheech busted in. Let's get the hell out of here. Even worse, turns out the Rough Riders in the headline were a trick riding show by at-risk youth. So me protesting them was not exactly a good look. We would have got away with it too, but I left a big steaming pile of DNA evidence right on O'Shea's desk. McCool had to pull a lot of strings to keep us out of the media. How many? Forget about it.
One good thing about Regina is that every summer, my associate Beaks comes back to town. Look at this! You brought a tribute. Boy, are you a beak for sore eyes. Now, what do you say you and me have some real fun this summer? We robbed banks, hijacked trucks, and stole farm equipment. Yeah, I know. That one sounds boring as shit, but it's a sweet frickin' plum. We needed more guys, so we had a little sit-down with the raccoons. Nature's little burglars didn't want to help us out at first. But I got them to see things my way. Then those sloppy gavones got themselves pinched by animal control. We were gonna need some real muscle for protection. I was working something out with the bears, but that walking dildo McCool stuck his nose in again. The big doofus was moonlighting with animal control. So I decided to dim his moonlight. For good. With McCool 6 feet under and his wang a foot above that, Regina was ours for the taking. So we took it. Huh? With both hands. Wings. Whatever. Then my family started sticking their nose in. So I had to straighten them out. Glorious summer.
Wait a sec. This is your what I did last summer essay?
What? I took some creative liberties. You don't like it? Fine. Get him, Beaks.
Ow! God, Jesus! Gina! Stop!
some people got no appreciation for fine literature.
You're probably asking yourself, why are two good fellas freezing their asses off ice fishing when they could be home watching football? The reason, of course, is our old friend gambling. Sports betting is illegal in Canada unless the government's the bookie, so we set up shop far away from prying Macaulay eyes.
What a bunch of turncoats these Reginios are. They're betting on Toronto to win.
Who cares? What are we, fans? Act like a bookie and take the damn bets.
Thanks, Jimmy. I needed that. We're gonna fix the game, though, right?
Not in front of the suckers. Customers. I meant customers. It was like taking candy from a baby, which I've done. So easy. They don't put up any kind of fight.
Between you and me, this is way more fun than ice fisting. Ain't that right, Edgar?
We should quit while we're ahead, but it'd be a shame not to do it again. And again. And again.
So only 3 more times? Come on. Where's your ambition, Jimbo?
You're sending a very confusing message here, Cheech.
Hey, I got a compulsion to innovate. It's just who I am. Now, if you don't mind.
We took a bath on that last one, Mr. Innovation, but we're still in good shape.
Good shape. I got 3 pins in my spine and a catheter up my jablon. You want to get some lunch?
Any idea why Gina would run away, Jimmy? Did she finally go ape on Petey?
Nah, I confiscated her phone.
Ah, I see. To prevent her from bullying other youngsters on social media?
No, she kept making threatening calls to the 5 families back home.
One of these days, Carlo, you're gonna hear a click behind you. Then, boom! Everything's gonna go dark. And just before you're sucked down to hell, you're gonna hear me laughing. You motherfucker.
I'm telling you, when Gina turns 18, the 5 families are Let's check that roadhouse. She might be trying to steal a ride.
I hope so. I can't feel my legs, but I can feel my feet. No pulse whatsoever.
10 to 1, she's in here.
Yeah.
Gina? You in here?
I ain't coming home.
You had your fun on the lam. Now let's go home before your mother wakes up and kills us both for being out this late.
Murdoch Mysteries! Are those men dead?
Not all of them. I came in to wash up, maybe grab a bite, and they laughed at me. Who's the little girl now, bitch?
Good for you, kid. Show 'em what for.
Really, Jimmy? Positive reinforcement? And Gina, what's this about calling New York?
Whoa, whoa, am I under arrest? 'Cause I ain't answering without my attorney.
Hello, can you send a taxi to a scummy bar on the outskirts of town for 3 men and a little girl? Cookie? Since when do you work for the cab company? Oh, I misdialed. You're dreaming, Cookie. Go back to sleep. I said go back to sleep! Looks like we're walking.
Walking? Didn't you idiots think to drive or bring the feds' horse? on or what?
How you doing? Word on the street is you want to get made. Well, the best ways are to subscribe to the Fugget About It channel, boost your status by grabbing a shirt made from the finest mass-produced fibers, or just blow some money on a super thanks. Then we can start paying our interns. Our intern is Petey.